What's up, guys? Daily here from Team Wnax, and today I want to do another deck profile for you guys. This one is for P.u.n.k Kashtira. So P.u.n.k Kashtira is unquestionably the best way to play P.u.n.k in the current format, other than maybe P.u.n.k Gold Pride. And I have not seen a lot of people talking about this list, or just not as much. But this list is pretty much unquestionably the best way to play the deck right now, in terms of kind of what P.u.n.k needs the most when they're playing their deck, and that's just like a secondary engine that's kind of low committal and also synergizes in terms of both generating advantage, in terms of like hand advantage to discard for your Foxy Tune, and also just pressuring the board early on, because this deck doesn't apply a lot of pressure until it gets its combo going. So you want something that's at least just like stick on the board and be strong. The other benefit to this deck also is that discarding Fenrir once you're doing your search combo with like Extreme Session and such is nice, because you can revive it with Birth if you went Unicorn. They also synergize really well with the chaining that we're making in this deck, because it doesn't have another Synchro 10 option, but it wants more. So with that in mind, let's go into the deck. I'll kind of explain how it works and everything, and the ratios we're playing. So first off, we have our 12 ways to access Yaman's. Yaman's obviously the most important card in any P.u.n.k deck, but specifically in this deck, because it's not as big of a deal, because as long as we see, like, even if we see Madame or Wagon and we have a Kashtira on the board, we can still kind of play the game anyways, so it's nice. Or like a Unicorn. So in theory, you want to play as much of these as possible, and that's kind of what it does here. Because even if you get drolled with this deck, you're able to just like drop like a Unicorn, just pass on like a Baron, and like go grab your Birth ready and stuff, like all that fun stuff, which is nice. So it lets you kind of play through more interruptions and like kind of generate interruptions really well. So you're allowed to play Order Dance, because getting drolled isn't that big of a deal in this deck, honestly. It's really annoying, but you can still end on like a decent amount of interruption as long as you saw these. And then we play triple Foxy Tune, because we want to cheat our guys out of our deck, obviously. Triple E-Telly, and then triple Yaman. The one Wagon, the one Chartreuse, and the one Madame Spiders, and then the two. Do you know, these are our pseudo bricks. They're really not that bad overall. Like drawing Wagon in this deck feels fine, because going into the field spell and like summoning another one from the hand is already really nice. We play one Madame Spider, searching the trap is obviously really good. It's another just free interruption, and the centered combo to get the 2 draws requires you to play this. 2 Deer Note, yeah. It is what it is. It's not that bad in this deck. I think I played like a much heavier P.u.n.k build, where I played 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, both of the traps, and I maxed it on Deer Note. And honestly, I didn't hate it, but you just don't need to with more Kashtira cards coming out now, or being legal now. Like double Unicorn is good for it. Then we played the 2 bricks in the deck, the Extreme Session, and Dangerous Gabu, whatever. 2 instant contacts. This is another choice that's a little bit like not as known for this deck specifically. But being able to go into a level 5 and a level 7 is really important for this deck, because this puts a water in the graveyard for the Dragite. So in terms of just like setting up like follow-up, it's really nice. But it's also a way to get into your Jam Dragon Drive if you want. So it lets you play through Interruption, or just lets you get through a Baron. So like there's hands where I've gone like Z-Amin, I get Impermed, or I get Ash or whatever, and I'm able to go, okay, just special summon, I can go into Jam Dragon Drive if I have the field spell already. Or if I want to, I can just go into a Baron. It lets me just go, okay, at least I made an interrupt here. After that, we play our Kashtira engine, triple Unicorn, triple Fenrir, 1 Birth. You can play Stairclaw Kashtira. I'm just not a huge fan of it. It is nice for outing some like unaffected stuff though. So yeah, that's our main engine here. Playing 28 main engine. For our non-engine, like our full non-engine, we're playing triple Ash, triple Droll, 1 Ogre, 2 Bell, and triple Imperm. The idea behind Ogre is it's also an E-Telly target, so it comes up for defensive E-Tellys in some hands. Bell is really good right now, because obviously Bestials are still a thing. Crows are becoming more popular, and this helps you kind of get to a way to out those cards, because one of the things with this deck specifically is that you can chain block your revive on the Deer Note normally. So having the Bell to stop the Crow and stuff or Bestials is a really important way to like dodge interruptions. And then finally triple Imperm, this is just good. But yeah, 12 hand traps, so you can draw a bunch of cards in this deck, and your center combo eats through most of them, so 12 is a really nice number. For the extra deck, 1 Rising Carp. This is the fusion, obviously this card's broken. 1 Sunrise, 1 Mariner. These are your instant contact targets. You can play more instant contacts too. I actually don't feel bad playing 3 instant contact, 1 instant fusion. Just going to Mariner, going to this is nice. And then obviously these are just fine to discard. You don't really care. 1 Galaxy has Photon Lord, 1 Cicada King. These are just like your utility XYZs. This can be Harbinger if you prefer, but it's not really a big deal either way. If you can't afford a Photon Lord, which totally fair, cards like still like 40-50 bucks, this is fine. 1 Almirage, 1 Masquerena, 1 Little Knight. Pretty standard there. You need this in case you draw Wagon. Two Synchro 11s, our Amazing Dragon or Punisher, our 2 Synchro 10s, Shading and Baron DeFleur, our 1 Jam Dragon Drive, 1 Draco Berserker, and 1 Dragite. These are our standard Synchro 8 patches for this deck. Some people play Omega. I think this is like the perfect ratio for Synchro 8s, because this is your spell and Gate. This deals with monster effects. This is your combo piece. And then from there, Usually you're able to just win off, honestly, just like generating a bunch of advantage with Kashtira cards, and then using like Sighted Punisher or Amazing Treasure just in the game for like huge blow up plays. So you don't really need more extra than that, in my opinion. For the side deck, triple Crow for the Fire Team decks, triple Cyclone for Fire Team and Runic, and then any Floodgates. Triple Thrust, because honestly, we're gonna get hand trapped in this deck almost every time. Like everyone's stopping Xiamen. This allows you to not only play through it going second, because you're able to grab your instant contacts with it, but it also lets you grab your board breakers. So one Feather Duster, one Triple Tactic Talents, one Lightning Storm, one Herald of the Abyss, because I'm respecting Pearly. I hate that deck. One D-Barrier. This is also another card for Pearly, but also some other decks like Fish or other synchro-based decks like Sword Soul. And then one different dimension round for Fire Teams. And yeah, that is the deck. I think this deck actually has some pretty good matchups in the format. If you want to give it a try, I definitely recommend it, because with the amount of resources this deck generates, its ability to kind of play under Droll, and its ability to play like the power cards and the Kashtira cards, especially with Unicorn going to 3, this is unquestionably, outside of maybe the Gold Pred build, this might even be better than the Gold Pred build, the way to play P.u.n.k right now. So if you're a P.u.n.k enjoyer like I am, definitely pick up your Unicorns. They are still pretty cheap right now. And honestly, if you're already playing P.u.n.k, the only other card you might have to pick up that you don't already have is Instant Contact. Everything else here is pretty standard. Thrusts are also getting reprinted soon, which is nice. Just yeah, when they were like $70, $80 to $100, I wasn't wanting to pick them up, but now that they're in their reprint, they'll be a little bit cheaper. I think these cards are really good in this deck, to be honest. I think being able to like thrust, grab like a Floodgate, so if your opponent hand traps you or drills you and just skip their turn, it's really nice. Or even able to grab like an Extender and Instant Contact or Instant Fusion if you choose to play that, is also really good. You could also kind of maybe tech out the edge trick a little bit more and maybe play Theosis, but I don't think it's necessary. If you want to go higher on the Kashtira engine, you can also play the Field Spell. I thought about that too, but space-wise, it just doesn't feel as good. However, Straight Flat Kashtira is a pretty good option also. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys try this deck out, because I do think it's genuinely really good. I need to get my one more Unicorn. I have everything else to play this other than the Thrust, because I'm waiting for the reprint now. But I have everything to play this deck besides the third Unicorn, so I should really just order one at some point. They're like $1, maybe $2. I have everything else, so do this deck or try if you want to. It is, like I said, really fun. It can play through a lot. It gets a lot of advantage. I was playing a variant of this in tier format without as much like knowledge on how the deck should be played, and even in tier format, with one of the strongest formats of all time, full power Shizu tier, I was beating that deck. Like I think I played like a 7-round, 8-round like store championship. I came in second, and my only loss was to a tier player who top decked Instant Fusion. This deck was beating that deck. If this deck was beating that deck, it can beat all the other decks in the format. You just have to tech it out properly and play really well. So if you guys enjoy, if you guys want to, hit that like and subscribe. Maybe I'll do a stream with this deck in the next couple weeks here. But if you guys want to see that, just let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.